her saying I'm pregnant and I'm not having it. She organised to see a doctor in Applecross, and we went there and she said, I need a termination, and he said, I'm not going to give you one, it's a murder. And she said, oh, I'll get one somehow. And I thought, oh, maybe this baby's meant to be born. But she found a group called Planned Parenthood or something like that. And she needed 2 signatures, and they had 2 doctors working for them. And this is back in the early 90s. And she got the signatures she needed and had the termination. I took her to Cleaver Street. If you look up the word cleaver, it means a strongly built knife that you cut meat with. So it was in Cleaver Street, Belmont, and I took her there and I picked her up, and she was dozy from the medication or the anaesthesia. I took her home to me, but the relationship was not the same after that. I remember if I had to sign myself or not, but I remember feeling terrible about it, and we went out for about another 6 months, and then the relationship ended. And it was just, I just couldn't get over the fact that she'd done it. And I couldn't function, I couldn't work, I couldn't forgive her, I couldn't forgive myself. I was angry at God, I was angry at the devil. I was just a mess, and just like in a black hole, just lost. I had the worst run of bad luck I've ever had. Went on for 30 years. I was diagnosed bipolar, schizoaffective, and Susan was diagnosed borderline personality disorder. And in those 30 years, I haven't met a woman that's been who hasn't had an abortion. So it seems to be prevalent in people who've had this experience. Well, I still wanted to be with someone and to be close to someone. I had a couple of years where I didn't have a girlfriend, but then I had a good run with a girl for 3 years who was Vietnamese, and she was doing a triple degree. I went back to study at Curtin and was doing business and was doing okay. I had an addiction to pornography, and I didn't have any manly way about myself. I didn't carry myself like a man or do any jobs with tools. I had no luck at all, and this continued for a long time until after that relationship ended. And I said to myself, well, maybe God is what's needed. So I remember walking past St Mary's Cathedral, and there was some singing going on, and I remember it was from Hosea, and it sounded something like this: come back to me with all your heart, though the years kept us apart. Long have I waited for you coming home to me and deeply living out your life. And I thought, well, they've really got something here. And I was touched. I started going to the church that I went to when I was young, and I was still having mental health problems. And my father wouldn't give me my medication, so I was still seeing hallucinations and things like that. Images of my dead sister covered in tattoos, and just having a terrible time. But I gave up the porn, and I said to the Lord, I'll wait 5 years for a wife that'll bear children. And I waited 4.5 years, and then I met my wife, and we've got 4 lovely boys from age 7 to 17. Some play football, some play soccer, some play the guitar. 2 of them work. They're all A-grade students. And although I don't live at home, I see them 4 times a week. And the wife and I lived together for 12 years, and I became a hard drinker and back on the chuff and stuff like that. And my son got anorexia, and I blamed, he smoked during the pregnancy, I blamed her. And I stopped taking all meds and became paranoid, psychotic, and was put in hospital for 3 months. Meanwhile, my son got down to 20 kilos. He should have weighed 40. He's a bodybuilder now, he plays AFL. But for about a year we thought we were going to lose him. Yes, I've made peace. I've just offered up a constant stream of prayer until I realised I didn't need to pray as much as I did, or to be as orthodox as I became. But it did give me the tools to deal with. On my first child, I had an inkling I was a girl, and I went to confession about it years later, and Father Dickinson, and he was very gentle with me, but I didn't trust what he said. I still had enormous guilt, but I'm doing really well now, and my boys love me, and my wife and I were separated for 7 years, but we're back together as husband and wife now. I think the mental health, the pornography, the bad luck, I think everything was related to the experience of abortion. But nothing else I ever did or was part of was as traumatic as that. I wouldn't recommend to anyone to. The thing with an abortion is if you're under time pressure, and if you've ever been late to a doctor's appointment or a meeting with your kid's teacher, there's nothing worse than time pressure. Talk to somebody. The first thing the devil did to us was isolate us, and that was shh, don't tell your mum. You can't tell your dad. You can't tell your mum. And to get you isolated and then to do. And if you've ever been under any time pressure, you make wrong decisions. The decisions you made are mixed up and clouded and often wrong. And you're making for the right reasons, but in the end, there is no reason not to have a child. The child's a gift from God, and I recommend anyone that's in a situation to talk to somebody about it. to get help and to try and make peace with each other about it, and to have the child. You can always decide what to do with a child when it's 1, 2 or 3. You can love that child. Often when a child comes, you fall in love with it.